Imagine the scene. A Hollywood star, famous for playing one of the most irreverent characters in cinema, decides to dive headfirst into a world that seemed far from his reality. Sounds like a film script, doesn't it? But it isn't. Ryan Reynolds, the eternal Deadpool, decided to venture into football. And it wasn't with a flashy Premier League club, nor with some millionaire European giant. He chose Wrexham, a small Welsh club with more than 150 years of history, but one that until very recently had been hidden away in the lower divisions of British football. And here begins a true fairy tale. When Reynolds and fellow actor McElhenney announced the purchase of Wrexham in 2020, many people laughed. It seemed like just another marketing stunt, a celebrity whim. But in practice, it was far more than that. The two didn't just put in money, they immersed themselves in the local culture, embraced the community and gave the fans back their pride in supporting the club. The impact was immediate. Packed stadiums, global marketing, and a Disney Plus documentary series that made the entire world discover Wrexham's journey. And what about the sporting results? That's where the story gets even more incredible. After years without shine, the club finally won promotion in 2023, breaking a 15-year drought outside the Football League. The achievement was so remarkable it became news across the globe. From there, Wrexham entered a spiral of growth, more investment, higher caliber players signed, and an impressive run that set the club firmly on the path of ascension. In a short period, more than £30 million were spent, something unthinkable for a team that had long seemed destined for oblivion. But Reynolds didn't stop there. He showed that his appetite for challenges goes far beyond the football pitch. The actor decided to take a bold step into another completely different universe, Formula One. Alongside a group of investors, he acquired a significant stake in Alpine, a traditional team that has been facing serious struggles in the championship. The deal, valued at over $200 million, caught the attention of the entire world. After all, it isn't every day that a Hollywood star decides to stake his fortune on a sport of such high risk and fierce competition. But if Wrexham seemed like fertile ground for a historic turnaround, Alpine represents an even greater challenge. The French team, valued at $1.5 billion, is going through a turbulent period. The car simply doesn't deliver, the results on track are disappointing, and the patience of fans and sponsors alike appears to be wearing thin. Flavio Briatore himself, who returned to the team as special advisor, said bluntly, "We have resources, we have structure, but we don't have a car that reflects the investment." And here lies the big question: can the Wrexham spirit be replicated on the track? Because in football, Reynolds and McElhenney proved that money helps, but it isn't everything. The secret was creating an identity, reigniting passion, and making the community believe once again. And perhaps that is precisely what Alpine is missing: heart, purpose, and a project that goes beyond the coldness of numbers. Of course, comparing a lower league football club with a Formula One team is no simple matter. We are talking about entirely different worlds, with far more complex structures and demands. But Ryan Reynolds has often repeated a phrase that sums up his philosophy perfectly: it's when everything seems to go wrong that we discover who really has the strength to get up and carry on. So far, the investment in Alpine has not delivered immediate results. The team continues to fight at the bottom of the table, and fans are questioning whether there will truly be a revolution. But if there's someone who knows how to turn the improbable into reality, it's the same man who resurrected a forgotten club and transformed it into a global sensation. Will Ryan Reynolds manage to take the spirit of Wrexham into Formula One? Or will the racetrack prove to be a challenge too great even for him? One thing is certain: this story is only just beginning. And if you want to keep following every step of this journey, from the football pitch to the fastest circuits in the world, you already know what to do. Subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and don't miss a single chapter of this saga that mixes Hollywood, football, and Formula One in equal parts drama and emotion.